Hello, good evening, everybody. This is Pickle Rick, and we're continuing with episode 11 of our stock playthrough. Um, Let me check something very quickly here. Did I give a new episode name and. Oopsie. Oopsie. Let's bring this over here. Go home. Episode 11, cargo return ship. There we go. Does have the right name. Okay. Just making sure I gave the episode the correct name. So I built this. This is a return and cargo ship. By return, I mean it's going to be an empty capsule going out. It's going to be a capsule that my current scientist is going to use to get back to Kerbin with his science. And inside of it, or to it, I've attached this cargo container. In the cargo container, and this is a Kerbal attachment system, KAS mod container. And in it, I put 8 of the small RCS engines, OMS engines, 2 7.5 unit monopropellant tanks, and some new science test that I just was able to purchase with the science from the last moon landing. Now I have the hiccup, sorry. And so I'm going to take this back out, add the science to the lander that's currently out there, and the new RCS to the lander that's currently out there. I'm not sure. I might just put 4 of these at the center of gravity of the lander, rather than putting all 8 on. But we'll see how it goes. So we're gonna do on space construction to do that. I believe from one of my last missions where I rescued more Kerbals than I could fit in the rescue ship, I left at least an engineer up at the lab, so I should be able to get back up there, or use her, or I think it's her, to put all of this onto the lander that's currently docked with the station. So with that out of the way, let's get moving here. I didn't want to just leave the lab. I wanted to go to the launch pad. So let's go back into the lab and do that again. Okay, let's go back into the lab, and this time let's launch. Make one quick check to be sure that staging is correct, and it is completely messed up, so that's good that we're doing this. So let's I need both engines down here. Then I need to clamp the ship, and then this will go first, and then this can go with this. That now looks correct. That my thruster weight is looking good for liftoff. It's looking good for getting to orbit with that first stage, and that's plenty of delta V to get to the station. Okay, everything looks right. Let's launch. I gotta go back. I didn't save it, so I'll definitely never remember. I'll never get get all the way out to the space station and then remember that I need to save this so that it saves the proper staging. So I'm just gonna bite the bullet now. Go back to the vehicle assembly, save it, and then come back out. Yeah. So let's save this and now launch. Big yawn. All right, so let's do it. I must have jiggled this around on the launch pad because we're not centered here. It's okay. So, lights, turn our SATs, full throttle, set our cameras free, go to space. Go into space. Pray to God. Wow, I'm gonna have to make another batch of drink pretty soon, so I'm going through that pretty quickly. Gloomy time of day here to launch. Hopefully we won't get a lightning strike. Well, adding that cargo container apparently made her a little bit flippy, so we're going to put some go fins on her. How about go put some fins on her? Starting to talk like Yoda. Fins I will put on. Help me. Sounded more like a horse neighing than Yoda. Oopsie. All right. A lot of gimbal down here, so I'm going to see if I can get away with just putting 4 simple fins. Just 4 simple fins. Twisty fins. Put them down as far as we can. See what that did for us. Okay, here's a problem, ladies and gentlemen. Rocket ships are like darts. You want the center of gravity far in front of the center of lift. And even though these fins have moved our center of lift back, our center of lift is still forward of center of gravity, which means this is going to fly like a dart throwing fins first. Fins up, I move the fins down. If I take the fins off. Now, look where the center of lift is. This had no chance of ever flying right. So we need fins with more authority. Right, you can see the center of lift still doesn't get pulled very far back. These fins and pull them back as far as we can. Right. That still puts the center of lift only a little behind the center of gravity, but it's going to give us enough control so we can keep this thing from flipping. Save it and launch it. Do another praying to God, And we'll see if we can get this thing to orbit this time. Okay. Lights, SAS, full throttle. Camera to full. I should say camera to free. Yeah, we had over 1.4 to 1 thrust at that point, so and it so thoroughly lost control, I knew right away that the center of lift had to be forward of the center of gravity. And the only thing that could have really, this is a very similar configuration to what I use all the time. So the only possible explanation of why it was so wonky is because of this inventory cargo container that I added. Now it wants to really go yawing over to the left. Pitched way far too down now. Way down too far. I am talking like Yoda. Holy crap. Okay, at least that's more stable. Far more stable. All right, we're good. We've got good control now. Thrust away is good. Pushing the AP away is good. 20 degrees, I should be down here. 30 degrees above the horizon. Have fuel lines on, did I not? How can I be this tank be half empty? It's not right. It's too late to go back now. This is like the philosophy they use for the for the Challenger. We might have a hole in the wing. Should we send an astronaut out to check it? Nah, we can't fix it, so let's just go with what we got. See what happens. Boy, this cough. I really apologize. Appropriate. Yeah, something's definitely wrong. I'm just gonna keep going. I got a lot of thrust, or a lot of delta V up here. Got 2,000 delta V. It's more than I need to get to where I need to go. And then if I can remember, I'll check to see if I did put fuel lines on this or not. Okay, so we're going to start pushing out our apoapsis here as we get closer and closer to 2300 meters per second. Okay. Good. Lots of delta V left. Easily 400 or 500 more than we need to get to the station. All right. Let's see what we need to circularize. Burn prograde until the AP and the PE swap sides. Right there. 91 delta V. Under 100 is good. Turn prograde and warp it up to the burn. Close enough. Moon. Just as I come over the horizon, I'll see the moon. Burn prograde. There's the free return. This inclination up to the equator. That 5. I think our station is in what? 25. We can come out a little bit more than that. That's good. Prograde. Work with the initial burn. Trans-injection burn. Translunar injection burn. Okay, 10 seconds to burn. 2 seconds. And burn. On our way to the moon. Way to the moon. Yeah. I don't know why. Okay. Where it's maneuver node. Okay. So the burn is going to be a really tiny burn. It's too tiny. There we go. That's something more like I can manage. Human old timers reflexes. Okay, that'll be good enough. Just work it here. Make sure I got my panels out. The panels out. Yes, I do. Just work to here. Okay, and then we'll circularize and we'll do a Holman transfer to get to the station. Here we come. Zip, 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 zip. Turn retrograde. Oopsie. I was looking up here, time of the burn time, not the start of the burn time. It's okay. We'll survive. I'm gonna have to throw a sweater on after this. It's a little chilly in here right now. I've been harping about the Holman transfer. Holman. There's biolyptic, which is a very special case use. There's also direct. Because I started the burn late, I'm kind of wonky here. So what I want to do is I want to lower the orbit on this side of me to my right. I want to lower it, raise it to my left. So to do that, I'm going to burn radially in towards the planet. That'll have the effect of swiveling my orbit to the left. Like so. So you can see the orbit is going up to the left of me and down to the right of me. And Joker's in the middle of her, something like that. So this is 49. Now I can actually just go retrograde. And then bring this apoapsis down until they swap sides. And I'm at 47 and 47. So that's good enough. So now, the first thing I need to do, regardless if I'm going to try to do a direct or a home and transfer, is set this as my target and then get us into the same plane. So I'm going to come up to the ascending node first. So I'll add a maneuver node here. We'll pin that. And we'll pull this down, and you'll see that our angle comes down. Our relative angle comes down to 0. So now I'm in the same plane as the target. So to the maneuver now. We'll warp up to the burn point. Okay. Fairly short burn. There we are. So the reason we want to get into the same plane as our target is I'm going to lower my orbit down until it touches my target's orbit. And then I'm going to want to take that maneuver node and I'm going to want to swivel it around the orbit. I'm going to just drag it around my orbit. And I want it to continue touching the target orbit as I move that maneuver node around. If we weren't in the same plane, as I started to move the maneuver node around, I would eventually, not be touching his orbit anymore. And so this technique of trying to find the right point to rendezvous would be harder. So I could sit here and try to kind of guess. I could let's try to do this directly. So what I could do is just put a maneuver node here, add a maneuver node, and bring it down. So, like, till it touches and passes through again, like that. Right? And then I can take it and I can drag it around and say, can I randomly get a point where we're gonna where we would rendezvous? It doesn't look like it. What happens if I go? There's a maneuver node here. What happens if I go? And I don't even know how to do this thing where you. How do you do that? There's this thing where you can warp ahead of day. And here it is. Anything that looks like we're gonna rendezvous. Oh, here, this is a point. I can kind of see. I can kind of see. I see. I got some kind of close approaches here. So, oops. Let's go back in a little bit more to clarify those. And let's see if that seems to be bringing them together. Let's bring them together like right there. There we go. 300 kilometers away. So I didn't have to sit in orbit until I got the right phase angle. Right, so I can, from right where I start, and just being able to go ahead or behind a day, kind of dial in where we're going to meet. But it seems kind of haphazard to me. It seems a little bit more reliable to just get the ship that's in the lower orbit down at 6 o'clock position and orbit around until we get this separation we want. So, I don't know, let's put a maneuver node here. And then let's go ahead a day. Okay. Bring this down so it passes through. Get the peach and the purple, and then we'll go ahead a day. And a day. There we go. Now I see these two guys are getting closer together, so I'll take this. Node, we'll drag it around. Drag it around until we get close approach. That's another way we can do it. Right? Or I can just do it this way. Where I let the orbits happen naturally. Until I get where I'm kind of straight across from. I'm actually under him around. And maneuver node. Come back until I pass through his orbit, right there. And then just grab this maneuver node. Swivel it. Right, so that's 3 different ways to achieve the same thing. Okay. But in the end, it's always this approach where you wait until you're horizontal from your target always gets me an intercept. It takes maybe a tiddly bit longer than trying to do a direct and playing around with or going an orbit in the future sort of a thing, because you don't have to literally wait for it to go around a time. You can just instantly go around in an orbit. So that works. It all works. My mic is still working. Okay. I have to remember to keep looking over at my mic because a USB connection drops and then you have dead air for 10 minutes. Okay. So that's going to be a retrograde burn in 4 minutes. from the target. Now, I don't trust the nav ball anymore to automatically switch to target, so I switch it to target myself. Start warping in here. Okay. Come on, map mode. Start the target retrograde, and the target should be right behind me. Okay, we just came into physics range. That's what that stutter was about. So what I'll do now is I see his retrograde markers above me, so I'll push my retrograde marker on top of his. Heck, why is it not pushing? A little farther away, maybe? There we go. Wow. Good work to get that to go on. Approaching each other real quickly. You want to approach at 1/100th of your distance, so right about at that speed is our proper closure rate. Once again, we got to do a little pushing. Now we're 22. This is Kerbal Engineering Reflux, and I've got some rendezvous information displayed here in this section. And the important one is right down here, separation at approach. And that's going to be 22 meters apart. So I can now just stay on his retrograde. And we can warp in. We overcooked that a little bit. Around. Get to 0 from this side. Which is handy because I'm already pointing at him now, so that's always good. So let's see, which docking port do I want to use? Let's see, which docking port? Oh, you know what? I didn't put any docking ports on this. I did. I put 4. Okay. So cool. I got a convenient one right here. We'll make this our target. Okay. And then I'll turn on the Navy Fish docking alignment tool. And I can. I'm the center, so I'm bringing his docking port and aligning it with my docking port. That's the orange thing that I'm bringing to the middle here. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my RCS and I'm going to puff forward just a little bit, the H key, because I have a retrograde marker here and I'm moving away from him at a very slow speed. So we'll just puff like that. And now we are at 0. We're 16 meters away from his docking port. Where am I at? There we go. If you go by just straight line distance, I'm 17 meters away. But diagonal distance, right? If you come up here, you can see there's this diagonal distance, and that's 32. Top of his docking port is right there. So if I put the top of his docking port, actually, let's do something first. Let's get our actual retrograde marker. Oh. So that we're moving directly away from him, and then another short forward puff. And now we're creeping towards him, which is good. This is the target's position relative to me, and if I put it in oct mode, you'll see if I orient, if I can get this right, there we go. If I orient it, you can see he's looking straight down the back of my ship. He's above me and to my right. He's right there. His docking port is relative to my docking port is at about whatever that angle that is. So I can, wrong way. I can swim it backwards because I'm in the middle. So there we go. So now the top of his docking port is at the top of my docking port, which is great. And I'm moving directly towards the station right now because my prograde vector is right in the middle. So I'm moving straight this direction, right? But I want to be translating over to the right and up. So I'll take and move my prograde vector within here. I'll scooch it over to the right, and I'll scooch it up like that. So now, once again, looking down the bottom of my ship, I'm moving in this kind of a direction, right? Which is what we want. So I shouldn't be moving toward him. I'm only translating in this plane right here. Right? I'm just moving this direction, but I'm staying the same distance away. And what I want to do is I want to get aligned with his docking port this way. And that'll happen when this horizontal line is at the center. And then I want to get in line with his orbit this way, which will happen when this vertical line is at the center. Right. Puff forward again to make sure that I'm... Okay, now... There we go. So now I want to hold my prograde marker right on the line here at the center. Now all I have to do is I can puff a little bit more that way. Right, and then gradually now you can see I'm just moving over this direction. Right. Puff up a little bit. It takes some time. This phase right now, the close approach and docking phase is when you're rendezvousing with the International Space Program, can take hours. So you just have to be patient. I mean, I can warp time a little bit to speed it up. Of course, when I do that, if I do have any horizontal or vertical speed, I'm going to separate that out. So now I got to puff this back down again to try to pull that horizontal line back up to the center. Okay, back on target. Okay, we're still 15.9 meters in front of the target, but now our diagonal distance is coming closer and closer to matching this. And when these two numbers match, I know I'm directly in front of his docking port, because this vertical line will also be right at the center. Getting there. Look at it from this angle, or look at it straight on. Okay, thrust over here to get them lined up. Now that we're right in front of the docking port, we're lined up right at it. Now I just hit the H key. Coming at about 0.26 meters per second. There you can see it's a beautiful thing. I could cover this part of the screen, or if I could somehow pull this off to a different screen, I could do this docking from this point on without ever looking at the spaceship. And as we get closer and closer, this will become more and more sensitive. There you see it starting to deviate quite a bit, and then docked. And that's how the docking port alignment tool works. Now, you know what? I should have docked over here. And the reason for that is I have to attach a bunch of stuff to this space station. So let's close this panel. And let's close this panel to get them out of my way. I can't close this panel because it is a non-retractable panel. So I think I can nestle in here safely. So let's undock here. Switch to that ship. This way. Let's move back this way a little bit. Oop. I hate rotating with RCS. It's disorienting to me. Okay. Let's stop that motion away from the ship. I guess I'll just... I don't have a lot of RCS to play with either, so I don't want to just be wasteful with it to turn a little tiny ship like this. Okay. So once again, we'll bring up our docking alignment tool, and we'll make this our docking port target. Okay. And first thing I have to do, well, I can actually just get sort of pointed towards it. Right, there I am. I'm pointed towards it. I'm going to keep at the 90 position this time because I want my solar panels to be up this way to try to avoid getting entangled with this guy's docking port. So now I'll thrust Oops, backwards here. You see our target vessel's positions lines are in red. That means I'm in front of his docking port. So I need to change these to green, which means I need to back up until I'm behind or in front of his docking port. So the faster I do this translation, the more energy I'm going to need to put into it to make me move faster, and the more energy I'm going to need to put into it to stop me from moving. And all of that uses RCS, and I've only got like 30 RCS is what I started with here. And I mean, I've got a ton left, but it doesn't mean you want to waste it. So I want to get about 5 feet in front of his docking port. Right here you can see I'm still 3 feet past it. Now you see those red lines will flip over to green as I get in front of his docking port. And there they are, flipped over to green. So I'm going to wait until I'm about 5 meters in front of his docking port. And then I'm going to arrest my retrograde motion. 3, 4. Okay. There we go. So I'm 5 meters in front of his docking port now. So now all I have to do is thrust over this way and thrust up a little bit this way towards where he is right here. Right, so it looks backwards right now, and that's because I'm not in locked camera mode. If I get to locked camera mode, you'll see the correct picture, sight picture, right? Here I am, right here, and here he is up above me and to my right. So now I just translate over until I get right in front of the docking port and do the same thing, drive in and dock. I can use warp here to speed the process a little bit. I am creeping towards him very slowly, so that's okay. Okay, I want to start taking out the left translation. Right, now I just want to focus on up translation. Okay, let that settle. I could probably move the docking port a little bit to that direction, and now I can just hit the H key. So I'm moving towards the docking port. There we go. Now I have an engineer in here somewhere. Right there. On the station, so I can EVA her. Okay, and I want to take some stuff from here, so I'm going to go into construction mode, and I'm going to open this part up. I got to get closer to it. There I am, close enough to it now. And where did all of its now isn't that a kick in the ass? I came all the way out here. And it's empty. Is that possible? Let's close orbital construction. There we go. This is a KAS, Kerbal Attachment System, so it doesn't use the new stock orbital construction mode. It uses its own thing. So what I'm going to do is see how far I can get away from it and still be able to see it. Once I pick something up, I can't control the Kerbal anymore, so I can still see here. And where do I think the center of gravity is? It's going to be down here somewhere. So I'm going to pick one of these. I got out of range. So now I know where my range limit is. Okay, so I'm going to take one of these right here. And I'm just going to stick it right there. That actually isn't the way you stick something. I got to hit H. I've got to relearn how to use this. Hit the G key to grab it. And I can take it. Let's put it right here. R, H to attach. So hit H. Oh boy. Okay. Got it. I don't know how to put it on me. My inventory open. I think I got it. Where'd it go? Am I holding it? Don't see me holding it. Oh, there it is. Grab it again. See, I can't. Oops. Alright, let's just drop it in space so I can control him. Oh boy. And controlling him starts to be a pain. So let's grab it again. Let's see if I can put it over here. There we go. Back. All right, you can stop like going crazy, please. Thank you. So yeah, after all that, we got one RCS control on. Isn't that great? I gotta pause here for a second because I have got to make a pit stop. I'll be right back. Oh, sorry for the cats. I'm in fine control mode in RCS, and that's turning the cat's key on. I'll be right back. Of course, my dog has taken my seat. She's a little puppy. Oh, you're a sweetie pie. And then she tries to look so comfortable, like you wouldn't possibly move me, would you? Oh, I'm sorry. I love you. Here's your own chair. I know it's not warm like Papa's. And now she's all looking all dejected because I took her out of the warm seat. Okay, I got my headset back on. Let's get the computer back in front of me. Okay, so I got one RCS thruster on. I got to do 3 more plus the 2 RCS tanks. So let's resume the flight. Oop, oop. Can I see in here yet? No, I got to get closer to it. There we go. Now I can see in it. And I can't. Too far away again. There's a way you can move with the part in your hand, and the problem is I don't use this mod enough, and I can never remember how to do that. So the way I always do it is I open the inventory, I'll take apart, and I'll just stick it somewhere wherever I can. It's letting me go. So I'll just stick one there, stick another one there, stick a third one there, take this, which is something I'm gonna have to move, and I'll stick it on here if it'll let me. No, it's too far away. There. And I'll take one of these and I'll stick them on here. I'll take this last one, and I don't know, I'll try to stick it on right there. Okay, good. So now I can get oriented here and come over. No, that is a cargo container. And I'm just trying to put RCS on my lander that I built, and also add a new science piece of equipment. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just keep grabbing little bits and pieces, and I'll keep moving them where I want to put them, closer to where I want to put them. Stick that over there so I can reach that spot over there. Grab it from here and stick it on there. Grab it from here and stick it on here. This is, by the way, I've mentioned it, but for the people that have just joined, this is Kerbal Attachment System, not the new stock space construction system. I didn't have a cargo container in the stock version that was big enough to hold these bits, so I had to go with the KS version, which is okay. I actually kind of prefer KAS. It was the first orbital construction mod, so I'm going to need to put these on. So I'll grab one with the G key, and I'll stick one of those here. Oof. Right. I want to put the other one on the other side. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let's see, where do I have that first? So I put this first one kind of here, which is bad. Oh, you know what? I haven't been... Oh boy. I'm very lucky right now. I've just been letting these things go in space. I haven't been attaching them. Okay, to do that, I gotta grab it. Just let him bonk into the side here. Okay, I gotta grab it. Like so. G. Gotta put it where I want it to go, and then I gotta hit the H key. Whoop. Oh, Jesus. Don't run away. I need you. I need you really badly. Don't run away from me, please. Grab it. Stick it down there. Okay. Yiggity-yiggity-boo-ba-doo. So why is H not working? I gotta come out here one day and just practice using this mod. It was always a little bit befuddling, but once you get used to it, it's actually quite nice. So let's turn on caps so I have a little finer control of my RCS and I'm not chasing myself all over the place here. Oh, sorry, my voice was getting froggy. Okay, so G to grab it. And then it should be H. I don't like that. Beep, beep. H to attach. Oh, derp. Oh no. Oh no. Kerbal attachment system, you need a tool like a wrench or a screwdriver to attach something. And so I can't attach any of this stuff. I wonder if I can switch to Kerbal construction mode now and pick one of these up. And then use Kerbal attachment. So I can. Okay. So just use the best of both worlds here. So I'll take this. Well, let me put it here because I'm right on top of where it would actually be attached. So I gotta come out here a little ways. So I'm away from where I want to put it. Oh, you bugger. See, that is the danger. I am fortunate that these things are just staying where I put them. Because normally they'd all be floating away in space right now. Okay. And I really wish there was a way to get a little bit better fine control of these guys. See, now I'm going to start chasing him all over the place. Let's see if I can try it now. Yes. Okay, I got one thing in place. And now stuff is starting to float away. So I'm going to start attaching things so they don't float away. I've got caps on, which should be giving me super fine control of this guy, but it's not wanting to play with me. Can I close that, please? Hitchhiker storage container, can I close you? Please let me close you. You're in my way. You're really annoying and in my way. Can I close you? Oh, that's because of the, yeah, in orbital construction, it opens that up. I can't do anything about it. Okay. So let's go fix this thing before it floats off. So this is fun. It actually would be a lot faster if I was just more familiar with this. So thanks for bearing with me. I just need to get these 4 RCS tanks attached, or RCS thrusters attached. Boy, oh boy, a little tiny puff and he starts rocketing away. I just can't hit these controls quickly enough. I'm adding a, I got a heavy equipment. One second, let me go. Okay, I got a heavy equipment tractor simulator panel, and I'm going to use that as a controller, and I should get much better, like a joystick, so I should get much better control. Sorry. Okay. I want to take you and see if from here I can put you right there. I can. So I got those 2 on. So now let's take this one and put it over here, so I can get down underneath. Oh, I'm too far away now. I'll take you while I'm here and stick you here. They made it really challenging in that you can't, once you picked up a component, you lose control of the astronaut. And if, as you see, I'm having trouble getting him just moving slowly enough to keep him under control. And so that adds a bit of, I suppose you could call it challenge. I call it frustration. Oh, is my mic? Yeah. Oh, I see what you meant. Yeah. I agree. Alright, so let's quit bonking into that and bouncing away, please. Then you start getting impatient and you'll pick up something and you'll get too far away to put it down, and then you'll lose it in space. which I guess simulates some stuff. We've lost wrenches and screws and all sorts of debris that has to be tracked floating around in orbit forever now. Okay, can I take you guy here, and can I put you here? Yes, I can. I take this guy, put him here. Alright, just one more. We'll have part of this exercise done. You. Put you here. You got a bad aim. Okay, but you did it. You did it. Congratulations. Now come forward here a little bit. Come down. Forward a little bit. Take this guy and stick him here temporarily. Yep, see, and then that happens. I just barely nick something and it like sends me flying off, hurtling away from the ship. The other nice thing would be if maybe they had a tether you could attach so that it limits the maximum distance you can get pushed away from the ship. That would be nice. But we're getting there. I just need to take you, put you right here. Oh boy. Got too far away. Now I can't. There's supposed to be a way where I can point like this, and then I can make him point the way that I'm looking. So I don't have to do this very awkward trying to move with straight up and down. The whole thing about spacewalking is very non-intuitive in the game. Okay, I should now be close enough to be able to pick that up, put it right there. Come on. Take it, take it, take it, take it. Oh. Whoa, take it. Getting too high above it. Just got one more piece to put on after this. So thanks for hanging with me here while I struggle to do this. Okay, can I take you and put you here? Will you? What happens when I try to... I'm moving and I'm trying to place it. And so just when I click to place it, it moves. And it's not in the place I want to put it. Just like any good astronaut, I'm getting totally frustrated because we know astronauts lose their cool all the time. I think it has to do with this this strut piece that sits red. It's saying I can't put it here. You can't put this here. Won't let me put it there. So you know what? We'll stick it here. Stick it there. Go up, and we'll stick the other one on the other side so they're balanced. Go over to the other side. This other one. put it here. I want it. But I'm moving backwards, so I would pick it up, get too far away, and then not be able to put it back onto anything, and not be able to control the astronaut. You can see that would be a dilemma. Okay. Do all this and stay right way away from the ship. So where's it at? Okay, the top is just below that. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Please. For the love of God. Another one up. Actually, yeah, gotta move the other one up. Now I gotta hope I can open and close my... Track that. A little bit of fantasy physics there. Take you, scoot you up a little bit. No, I can't. Bugger. You bugger. Now, will you let me, please? Yes. Okay, are we close enough? Okay, I'm gonna say those are close enough. Okay, last piece. I gotta take, this piece. I don't want to put it right there for now. Okay, so I know this is just fascinating video here. Up. Bounce into things like that. I would be so kicked out of the astronaut program. Violating every kind of speed violation. Okay, success. I've got RCS now on the docking on the lander, and I've got the new experiment that I got on the lander, so I didn't have to go back and get a build a new lander. So I can keep reusing this one. Gotta put my engineer away. She did really well. You done good. So that's great. It kind of demonstrated a fusion between the new stock orbital construction mode, where I could attach things without having to bring a tool, and the KAS Kerbal Attachment System, where I could use its storage container, which I didn't have one big enough to put all those parts in from the stock game. But then I forgot the tool to attach parts, which in a way is more realistic. You need a tool to attach things, right? So, but I was able to use the Kerbal stock version to get it to work. I can now extend this panel safely away from the ship. Okay, so now I believe our lander's manned. Let's no, my lander's empty. Did I take my scientist home and not bring a new scientist out? No, I think I brought him in here. No? I went and returned the scientist to Kerbin, and then I brought this new supply ship out, and I didn't put a scientist in it. So now I gotta go all the way back to Kerbin and bring out another scientist. Wonderful. Okay, here's the last 64 tank I brought out. There's no crew modules other than this one, these two, and there's only one person in the station right now. So, yep, that's exactly what I have to do. Wasn't that a kick in the teeth? Alright, no problem. Get to it. It won't get done. So, by itself. So, escape. Go back to the space station. I'll bring out another ship with a scientist in it. And then get him into the lander, and we'll do a moon landing. At least I don't have to build a whole ship, right? What is that? I know. Pardon me for the cough. I've had a cough for a long time now. I don't know why I'm coughing. I went to see the doctor yesterday and took some tests, so let me know what's going on. Okay, so I don't want to take all of this stuff back out again. Oh yeah, no, it's I don't feel like I've got a cold or anything. It's just an itchy cough. So, yeah, I should be fine. So, I don't need to bring all this crap out. First of all, let's see if I've got a one-man ship that'll get me. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I got some iced tea right now, but I think I'm gonna brew up a fresh batch of Earl Grey and put some teaspoon of lemon in it. So 1-man cargo, 4-man, 12-man, basic set, Kerbin space station, 1-man. Let's do that. There we go. That'll get me to the station. I don't need the parachute here. Do need the docking port. Yeah, I got to get the full-size docking port, and I want to get the 4K battery, and then I can complete my space station. Of course, the mobile processing lab. So we'll put a pair of these on. And then we're going to scale them because that's a ridiculous scale. So we'll go to, we'll go to, at least we'll make it 75 at least. I don't need to bring science out because I've already collected science. already got the mech jub built in, so I don't need that. Okay. Call this the Mark 1. So I've got communications, control, electricity generation, and parachutes and communications. So we got everything. Now let's put a scientist in it. Have I been doing a lot of rescue missions to demonstrate how to do the home and transfer and rendezvous? I would say yes. I have a pretty good selection of Kerbinauts now without having to buy any. Let's go. I need a scientist. So, Bob's already in there. All right, Bob's good. I'll take Bob. You can go, Bob. You go, Bob. Okay, so that's everything I need. Is now check my staging. That looks not good. So I'll have another return ship up there is the advantage of doing this. So we'll save this and launch it. Into the moon. Yeah, that might be it. A little bit of, I just started, I used to stream quite a bit. I got this game back. I paid $2 for it. It's the best $2 I ever spent. So it's been over, I think, 15 years probably since I've had this game. And I was used back in the day when everybody was streaming it. I was streaming this. And then I haven't played for. I'm retired now, so now I had some time on my hands, and I was looking for something to do. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to get back into futzing with KSP 1. I bought KSP 2 and was very disappointed with it. So I decided to come back and play KSP 1 until KSP 2 matures. And so there we go. Turn on our lights. SAS, Z, V. Get to a good position to watch the liftoff. Yeah, I'm trying to be optimistic and not be negative, but the company that took over from Squad and then is notorious for picking up games, spending lots of money on very expensive animations, and then not following through with the promises of what they're going to develop. But I'm hoping, I mean, they just picked up Blackrack, who's an unbelievable, I'm using his mod right now, his volumetric clouds. And they're fantastic. I get lightning and thunder. The buckling and tin canning you're hearing is a mod called Ship Effects, so you get those effects. I shoot for 60 degrees above the horizon when my altitude is right between this light blue and medium blue. So I do that. And I try to keep my apoapsis 1 minute in front of me. Getting just a little squirrely. Let's get back on my prograde here. Okay, and then I want to be about 30 degrees above the horizon when I get to 20K here, so I got to come down a little bit. I get a little steering loss when I take my bearing indicator and pull it outside of the middle of my prograde vector. I have a master's degree in aerospace engineering way back in 1985. And the main reason I started playing this game is my nephew showed it to me, and I watched him horribly, killing Kerbals and unable to get to orbit. And so I created this stream so that I could kind of teach him, and people started actually following. Yeah, the paid for part kind of got under my skin too, but it was worth a one-time fee of whatever I paid, $5, and then I just quit my patron account. So if he makes a newer version that's worth getting, I'll pay him another $5 and then I'll cancel my. But I'm not going to pay $5 a month for it. No, that's not what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit ahead of my prograde, pushing my prograde too far out. What I want to do now is, I know I'm not going to be raising my apoapsis as quickly because I've throttled all the way back to 1/3 power. But what I am doing is I'm pushing my periapsis out. So you don't want to get to orbit and have a orbital path that looks like this. You want to have sort of a gradual slope. And this way your periapsis, you'll be using your thrust more efficiently. And you won't have to, you'll give yourself time to get up to orbital velocity, which is around 2,300 meters per second. So I throttle all the way back and I turn to the horizon. I can go, the probe core I have on here is a very early probe core, so I don't even have prograde and retrograde. I gotta do everything manually. So, coming up on MECO here pretty soon. Yeah, aerospace, Master of Engineering, University of Michigan, 1985. And later in life, I went back to school and got a PhD in medical physics from Oakland University. Just so I'd have an excuse to come home and take care of my mother, who had Alzheimer's. Okay, and so now I'm at 80K. Oh yeah, that's actually true. So, well, it was worth $5. Let's see. Go out here. Now let's see. What do we need to circularize here? Shouldn't be much. Add maneuver node. What's this guy? 75. This guy is 84. Let's put it right on the AP. That'll make that better. Let's do this again. Whoop. It flipped sides so quickly I didn't even see it. There. So that should be good. So I'll need 143 delta V to circularize. No big deal. Oh, and I can't. It's gonna suck. I don't have to do this too many times, so I haven't had to fly manually forever, and so my eye-hand coordination is not what it used to be. So let's warp up to the burn. 2 minutes away. Okay, let's get back on the prograde. Seven seconds from the burn. And burn. Okay, that's good enough. Let's orbit. I'll take it. We'll set this guy as my target. We'll put him up at 12 o'clock. From orbit, as I come around the planet, I'll start to see him rise over the horizon when I'm right about here. And then once the moon rises over the horizon, you just burn prograde. And that's the free return trajectory. So I'll come back to Kerbin while passing through the moon's sphere of influence, and we'll push out a little more. Let's target the moon, or focus the moon. And we'll get this to about 45K. My station's at 25K. So we'll get this guy to about 45K. Whoops. Yeah, that would hurt. That would leave a bruise. Close enough. And then I need to make a mid-course correction burn to bring my inclination down. Is my mic still working? Okay. Got this USB mic in it. It wants to keep disconnecting for no reason, and then I find that I've been broadcasting for 20 minutes with no audio. Oh wait, if you're not already signed up as a dev on that mod, slow down. Yeah, no, I just bought it like 3 days ago. I logged on, signed up to his Patreon, and then got it, and then I just with the intention of stopping my patron account before the next bill hits. Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of good I can't believe that's one of the other beauties of this game is the mod development. It's unbelievable that they opened it up like that, and the modders have made the game orders of magnitude better than the stock game on its own. And then now with KSP 2, a lot of the interest in KSP 1 has died. So a lot of modders who've been here for years and years, it's been out for over 15 years now. So a lot of the modders have started to go away, and then people like Linux Gamer has picked up and maintained a lot of those mods. And now that KSP 2 is kind of not ready for prime time, some of the devs have come back and maintained. There won't be any more updates to KSP 1, which was one of the downsides to modders. It seemed like you'd get a mod in, and no sooner you get a mod in, there'd be an update. Oh yeah, no, not being Steam dependent is definitely a plus. So I haven't made my first burn yet, so let's manually. Well, I'll have to do that after. Let's warp up to the burn. It's 21 minutes away. 15, 16. I'm so rusty at manually flying. You know, if not just saying, you know, I've done circularization 650 billion times, so I started using just MacJeb's smartass for doing a lot of things. But at the very least, you get once you get maneuver node hold, all you have to do is press the turn to the maneuver node and manage to be able to press start and stop. That's really what it's come to. So let's speaking of that, let's get to the node and press start. Yeah, that is the only precedent that I'm very afraid that BlackRock has started. Is now every mod developer is going to want you to pay for their mod, and if the mod is good, you know, $4, $2, that's okay with me. I prefer it for free, but you know, I'll accept that. But you know, when they start wanting to charge, you know, monthly, yearly, 30, 40, $50 ends up in a year. I mean, BlackRock, even at $4 a month, is you're talking what, $48 a year? That's I'm not going to pay $48 a year for volumetric clouds. Yeah, yeah, that was the beauty of the game, was you could get all the cool mods for a reason. And I understand, you know, you want to be paid for your efforts. Um, but what happened to my mid-course burn? Trying to go. Something happened to it. All right, I'll just do it again. Whoops, too far. Overcooked it. Okay, that's close enough. Turn to the node. Yeah, see, when you get follow node, it's just now I had hit follow node, and now I just have to hit start stop. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. 100%. Very, very, very short burn, so let's just limit that down so I don't have to hit it, stop it, start it so fast. Okay, once again, 31 minutes to the burn. I'll warp out to it. We're making our way there. Hey, thanks for stopping in. I don't generally get... I've only been streaming this. I'm up to episode 11 or so now, so that's it, like 11 days. And because interest in KSP isn't what it used to be, you know, you're lucky if you get 1 or 2 viewers. And then I'm the first to admit I'm not a very entertaining streamer. Okay, that should be close to on the equator. Do I have this ship just has panels on it, so I don't have to worry about extending any panels. Yes, I've never been I am a software developer. My focus in aerospace engineering was control systems, but you know, I never had to worry about licensing because whoever I was working for doing the programming handled all the licensing and all of that stuff. So let's add a maneuver here and get into orbit. Then we can rendezvous with the station. Flipped. There's the flip. Okay. I keep looking for turn to retrograde. I think the first thing I'm going to do when I'm done streaming here is go back into the VAB and put an upgraded probe core on this because it's a usable ship. I just Oh, what's going on? Oh. Maybe instead of thrusting, did I screw up here? No. I should warp. I'm turning the throttle on and off, thinking that I'm warping time. Getting confused. I'm retired now, so I think I'm coming down with Alzheimer's. My mom had it, so in a way it's kind of nice. I'll be able to, every day will be like an Easter egg hunt, and then I can stand out in my front lawn in my bunny slippers and boxer shorts and tell kids to get off my lawn. And, everybody will think that's normal. Oh, I thrust limited myself. I'm notoriously good at doing that. Okay, so I can fix this situation. I want to raise the orbit in front of me and lower it behind me. So what I'll do is I'll burn radially out. That'll have the effect of doing that. So although I screwed that burn up, I can fix it. So 44 by 48. 7 by 46. 7, 46. I can't make it any better than when I get either the AP or the PE right at me. No, I make light of it. I don't know if I just every time I hold something in my hand and I get distracted for a second and I look back and realize it's not in my hand anymore, and then I have to, it's like I haven't gotten out of my seat, so it can't be anywhere but as far as where I can reach. And you know, you do one of those things, you start thinking, am I starting to get dementia? What's going on here? So let's make this guy my target. So I make fun of it. I'm actually in good health, so I need to fix my. I want to get into the same plane so I can do a Holman transfer. So what we'll do is we'll create a maneuver node here. We'll put it right on that descending node. Sounds like you've played the game for a while, so if I tend to explain everything I'm doing, and if that bugs you or you already know it, just let me know and I'll just be more quiet and go right to stuff. So what was it? It was, let's pin this, pin this, pin this. Come on, you can do it. There it is. It's -1, so I want to go prograde here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and boom. And when we hit 0, the ascending node and descending node swaps. And so now let's warp up. Let's once again point at the new node. Oh shoot! I did it again instead of warping. Ugh. Okay, let's go to the other side and correct this problem I just made. It just made a big problem. Let's get rid of this. See, now I'm -2. I'm gonna undo this mess. Add a new node. Get right on the. That's the descending node. So descending node. And it's pinned. Okay, that should be 0. All right. And that's good. I didn't affect my orbit enough to be a problem. So let's once again point to the node. I don't know why my brain is thinking shift and control now is warp, but that seems to be what's happening. So now let's warp ahead. Okie dokie. Alright, now we've matched planes. The next thing to do is I can either attempt to do a direct approach by randomly picking spots here on my maneuver node and then going ahead using the go ahead by a day, come back by a day thing, but I'm an old fart, so what I like to do is put the ship in the lower orbit at the 6 o'clock position and go straight across from it, and that's kind of where I want to start looking for my burn to do the rendezvous. So what I'll do now is just warp until I get to that point manually rather than... So, doesn't take long. Okay, so there I am. I'm pretty much straight across from him now, so now I'll just put a maneuver node out here someplace. Get out of warp. Get out of warp. I'll put a maneuver node out here in front of me. I'll reduce my orbit's height until it passes through his, and I see 2 close approach markers because I'm going through his orbit at 2 points. And then I grab the maneuver node and slide it around until I get my closest approach. Meters away right there. Alright, cool. Boom. Okay, that's going to be a retrograde burn, so come over here. I guess if I get on the maneuver node, it'll automatically keep me in there. Okay, let's warp. 14 minutes ahead in time. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're on that maneuver node. It's just going to be a 0.8 second burn, so it'll be real fast. So there we go. We'll be 400 meters away at closest approach. That's fine. So I don't trust the nav ball. Oh, it automatically went to target mode now. Alright, that's fine. It's kind of supposed to do that, but it doesn't always, so I don't trust it. So we're in the approach phase now. So now if I switch back to, or I am in target mode, and I go to target retrograde. There you are. Target retrograde. He should be right off my engine bell, and he is. So I'll warp into him. And I want my approach speed to be 1/100th of our distance. So when I hit physics mode here, there'll be a stutter, or physics distance right there. Boom. So right there I want to be at about 20 meters per second, which I'm pretty close to, so I'm happy with that. I'll keep coming in at that speed. Okay, so now I should be at about 10 meters per second, so I'll not only do I want to be at 10 meters per second, but I'd like to have my retrograde node on top of his retrograde marker. There we go. So I'll be 10 meters from him at closest approach. So we'll just get on to the marker here. So we're now in the close approach phase. I can zip on in here at the insane closure rate. NASA would be screaming at me. What are you doing? Reduce that closure rate, sir. This process takes hours in real life, so lost is from I am colorblind, so I have trouble seeing the pink. 700 centimeters at closest approach now. I gotta decide where I want to dock this thing. I think I want to dock it on the, well, I have to dock it on the refueler that I have here. So I need to get to the other side of the ship. Okay, not a problem. Let's roll this way. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Let's try not to hit those solar panels. Let's do a little poof. Once again, crazy fast, way too crazy fast. Oh shit. Very bad. Don't break. Please don't break. Please don't break. Ricky. Oh, and you know what? In my rush to build this thing, I did not put RCS on it. Okay. I've done this enough times to know better. Okay, I'm going to switch to the station and turn the station away from me. Whoa. Whoa. I hate when that happens. That scares the bejesus out of me. Let's turn the station away from me here. Turn the docking ports kind of towards me. Okay. No, towards me. There we go. I want to control from here. And then I'll go back to my ship. Let's bring out the docking port alignment tool. Let's turn towards the docking port. So there we go. Moving at him. Back to this guy. But this is my target. velocities stabilized there. Let's move this over a little bit more. Let's scooch this up a little more. Right, and let's might as well. I'm not going to worry about aligning docking ports. So, okay, so to do this, I need to... Nope, that's rotation. I need to swing this over here, kind of like that. I'm just going to manually align us and then drive straight in. Switch back to this guy who's drifting. Let's point towards the port. So I'm pointing at him. Okay. Go back to this guy. Gotta be rotated. One of these things rotates him. There we go. Then he needs to come this way. Too much. No, it's not too much. It needs to be way over here. And then need to rotate him up. Back to this guy. Point him down. That way. Back to this guy. Okay, now let's do this. Let's line up the ports. Oh, the wrong. Yeah, that's the right guy. Line up the ports. Let's kill that motion. Continue to get the ports lined up. Tap. So I can turn that back to prograde. Let's align our docking ports a little bit. Close enough. Let's realign our docking ports. Let's get our thrust vector centered. Okay, so we're aligning horizontally right now. Might as well start burning up to line up vertically. lined up horizontally now. If I go into locked, I look at the ship from locked view. It's actually looking at it from this direction. I can see the target is above me and coming down. Okay, we're aligned vertically and horizontally, so now just move the whole station at him. Now it's just a matter of keeping everything lined up in the center until we dock. Simple. So, two things. Change the probe core and put RCS on this. Or what I need to do. That should be docked. So with that, I'm going to make a quick trip back to the VAB and fix this ship. And then come back out and continue to landing on the moon. I've been watching Pickle Rick video Twitch. We are in, I think, episode 11 of our stock playthrough. Once I get through this and complete this stock playthrough, I'm going to do another one with Kerbalism. So let's go into the VAB. Let's fix that ship. Number 1. We need to take this off, this, this. And we take this off. Center of gravity so I can see where that's at. Okay. Go to control. We don't need the very high powered ones. And I'm just gonna put 4 of them right there, right at the center of gravity. Oop, I can't do that because now they're right in the middle of the solar panels. So we'll bring solar panels down here. Take this guy. We'll put 4 of those right on. Right on the center of gravity. For this ship, that should be plenty. Gravity. Center of gravity. Luminous. Put this back up here. Check our thrust to weight. Boom this up just a little bit. Okay, check our staging. Boom, boom, boom. That all looks good. Call this now the Mark II. And save it. So now, next time we come out, this will be correct. I don't really need the Science Station Junior either on it, because this is just, yeah, let's do that. I don't need the Science Junior. I didn't notice I didn't take that off. That there. So, doesn't really change much here for us. Maybe puts us higher up. Not enough to worry about. Alright, call this the Mark III. Save it. Okay, don't need to launch it, just needed to fix it. Okay, go back out. I'll go back to the space station and we'll set up to do another landing after all that. Yeah. Shoot, you know what I should have done is I should have flown a ship out that's nothing but a science return vessel. Let's do that. I got docking ports. We got time. My mic's still working. So, let's start with this ship as a starting point. Science container, put it in there, and we'll take and rotate it. Move it up, purpose, and we'll move it back. This is what I want to return, so I'll put a heat shield on the bottom of that. Kind of back on. RCS control. We'll use the small tanks. So we'll put 2 of them. Okay. Parachute to repair them. Let's scale these back some more. 50%'s good. based on pressure altitude. 3,000 meters is about 10,000 feet. And they're in symmetric, so let's set that to match. Okay. So those 50% chutes, they've increased the chute size. So that they can land this in 6 meters per second. Okay, now I've got a little bit too much thrust. Doesn't matter. I'll just get this to orbit, and I'll ditch this before it gets. Because I've got a ton of delta V here now. So we're going to call this CTB science return. CTB science return. So now what I'll do is go down, get science, come up, stick it in this thing. Maybe go down, come back up, get some more, go down, get some more science, come back up, stick it in this thing. And then when I got enough, which I think might be 2 more landings max, I'll send this thing back to collect the science. And then I can just send another one of these back out and keep doing that. And I can keep all my engineers and scientists and landing craft up at the landing at the that thing, the space station. So there we go. Check the staging now. That all looks right. Save it. Check thruster weight. That's fine. Got lights. I got power. I got power generation. I've got control. Got the right. Yep, the hex. And I've got communication. So we're good. Save it, launch it. Now we'll fly this out to the moon. And then we'll just keep using this vessel over and over. Returning science from moon and eventually Minmus. I'll use the same ship. We'll do the same approach. My mic's still working. Okay. I have a very annoying USB issue with my mouse. Periodically loses, wants to turn off its connection. I've got to disconnect it and reconnect it. So even though this is unmanned, the roll program is both to keep the pilots from going up sideways, and secondly to make sure when these decouple, the top one on top would have a tendency to want to hit the ship. So I love that ship effects where you can hear the tin canning and the shaking and the rattling. Please give me control back. Okay. Yep. Not a problem. trajectory is back to nominal. Everything is nominal. Get our thrust back now. Reduce our air resistance here. There's no sense in pushing too hard. Way back on the thrust until we get out of the until we get above the, or to the point where our we're not a flaming fireball anymore. Coming out of it. Prograde control back again. Okay. So at this point, we're just accelerating to get to 2300. We're pushing our periapsis out. As we know, once we start reaching 2300 meters per second, which is orbital velocity, our apoapsis will start pushing out. But by that point, our periapsis will be above the surface like it is now. So now we have 91 delta V left. If I come to the AP, and I push the PE back out till they swap sides, like right about there. I'll need 67 delta V. So I've got more delta V than I need. Oh, don't warp time. Why am I warping time? I do need to get up to the apoapsis though, so. And we're in the coast phase right now. So what I might do is warp up to where I want to make the burn. And then to take advantage of some of this fuel, I'll do a little trick. I'm above the atmosphere now, so I can speed up my warp. Minute. Go. Come on back down to the horizon, please. Very slow. Might put the small 0.625 reaction wheel on here to give me a little bit more control. It'll be a little bit easier once I shed this this backstage here. But I'm playing this up and down game. Yeah, I should be burning now. So I'm just looking at my periapsis, and when it hits 40, like that, I'll cut this, get rid of you, and we'll go back to full throttle. we go. So we just had to use very little of this. So get rid of that. I'm out of the atmosphere, so I don't care about the asymmetric orbit. Set this as my target, put it at 12 o'clock. Once again, as I come around in my orbit, I'll see the moon starting to rise above the horizon right there. Add a maneuver node, and still have a mic, yes. And we'll burn prograde. Whoop, helps if we set the moon as our target. Come on. There we go. There's our free return trajectory. Keep pushing out. Focus. I must focus the moon. Cool. Keep burning prograde. We'll get you down to 45 so I can do the rendezvous at the station. Oopsie. Close enough. Okay, just need to make a little tiny mid-course correction burn. Go. Hold this up. Oh, that works. Okay, set up to prograde. 7 minutes to the burn. 4, 3, 2, 1. Seven seconds to the burn. 3 seconds and burn. Out to our ship. Make sure we got that's nominal. Everybody's nominal. Take a drink so I can have to go pee in another 10 minutes. Definitely going to take Grubman's suggestion here and make a pot of hot Earl Grey tea with some lemon. Let's see what it looks like here so far. Whoa, baby. Whoa, baby. Overcooked that. Let's come back so I can control this a little better. That's more gooder than more better. Okay. Let's fix that thrust. Riveting. $28. Don't have the ability to turn to the maneuver node, so I manually do it. Still got a mic? Yep. Okay, 28 minutes to the burn. Oh, 1 second to the burn. Burn. Whoop. What happened? I have no idea what just happened. Because look at this. This is a mess. Okay, I gotta fix this. Wow, what did I do? What did I do? Never know. Let's bring that back down to something normal. Let's bring this back so it's planet. That should be down still. That's better. 44 is perfect. 13 minutes from that burn. Come back. Come back, my friend. Okay, 12 minutes to the burn, and this time, let's not try to lose our minds. 10, 9, 7. Okay, on the maneuver node, very quick burn. Okay, I'm gonna call that. I'm gonna call that good, good enough. Let's turn prograde and move this in a little bit. That's way too sensitive. And here. Back in here. Great. Still got a mic? Yep, still got a mic. Yep. I would call that good enough, but the perfectionist in me just won't let that do. There we go. I wanted closer to 45. That's good. And our inclination is close. I can fix that. Let's come warp to here. Zip. Let's go to retrograde. Yep, there's the swap. There's the swap. Okay. Alright, turn retrograde. Warp into the burn. 4, 3, 2, 1. Seconds to the burn. And I think I'm still thrust limited. Yes, I am. Okay, 10 seconds from the burn again. 3 seconds. Burn. Okay, set the space station as my target. Checker. Okay. Let's fix this. Okay. Maneuver node right there, pardon me. Oopsie, doesn't take much. Go. In fact, that's going to be such a small burn, it's going to be hard to manage, so we'll do that. Even that's going to be hard to manage. What happened to my maneuver node? Where's my maneuver node? Oh, that sucked. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? I'm here. This is the first maneuver node I'll come to. Maneuver node. Right on the descending node. In it. I don't know what causes this, where it goes into the circle with the X on the top, and I can't get back to the actual maneuver node again. I got to come over to here to precise node. I wish I knew what I could do to fix that, or I know there's a way to make it work right, but okay, go to the node, which is right here. Okay, right on the node. 16 minutes away from the burn. Seconds from the burn. Okay, we are now, and so I need to let him phase around. Okay, we're going to try it this way. I got to learn how to do this eventually. Add a maneuver node. And then I'm going to bring my orbit down until it passes through his orbit. And then I'm going to start playing with these. So I'm going to go forward in time, forward in time, forward in time. Okay, very good. And then we'll take the whole thing at this point. We'll pin this. We'll drag this back. Oh, hey, that's not so bad. That's not so hard to do. Let's bring it back a little more. What's happened here? Oh, I can't go past where I am already. So the closest I can get it now is about 4 kilometers. But I can tweak that by burning radially in 2 kilometers. 300 meters is good enough. Okay, that burn is coming up in 4 hours. All right. Still a home and transfer. It just takes advantage of the fact that I can warp ahead in time, and that feature came along after I stopped playing, and so I haven't played with it very much. So now let's warp ahead. Oh, so I still have to do the phasing. I just, to find the phasing, I didn't have to do anything special. I see. Oh, and I went past it. What am I doing? I should be retrograde. Oh, okay, I'm totally freaking confused now. This isn't coming down. Okay, don't worry about it. Just kill it. And then just do it the way that I normally do it is the right thing to do here now at this point. I still would have had to warp, so what's the point of matter if I do this? That looks about right. Maneuver node out here. Bring it down till I see 2 close approach markers. Grab in that one. Grab this guy and slide it until I get him to within 100 meters like that. That's good. Bring 10 minutes to the burn. 4, 3, 2, 1. The mic still working? Yes, it is. What in the world is going on? I am retrograde. I am above him. What's going on? Why is my AP going out? I'm retrograde.
Oh, the nav ball's in target mode. Okay. Okay, so now we're totally screwed again. Let's see what happens. Nope, no retrograde. Let's see if I can salvage this. I don't know if I can, but we'll see. Alright, where'd we end up? That's not bad. Let's go to retrograde now. See if we can salvage this mess. Yeah, we can. There we go. 100 meters at closest approach will do. Now you can go into target mode. Why in the hell would it go into target mode when we're like 40,000 meters apart? So we'll warp in together. My mic still working. Target retrograde, he should be right below me. That's we're in physics range now, that's where the stutter is. And I'm obviously thrust limited still. Okay. Okay, 67 meters apart at closest approach. Into the close approach phase. Did I just start moving away from him? Nope, still moving at him. It's just I saw this guy go way up here. I lost the pink marker, I can't see it. I don't know where it is. Can't see it. Colorblind sucks. Colorblind sucks. And, no, actually, what sucks is the fact that they won't let me make a nav ball color combination that a fucking colorblind person can actually see this fucking retro goddamn pink on top of any other background color. It's impossible to see. And the blue is impossible to see on black. And I'm sorry, but it pisses me off. I've missed rendezvous because I'm fucking around trying to see with my fucking colorblind eyes where the goddamn fucking invisible pink marker is. Okay, 14 meters apart. I can now just go to target retrograde. Okay. And I'm gonna dock, I think, with this guy. This is my target. And get our docking ports lined up. I got some torque here because I just put one set of thrusters on, so I've got a little rotation, but that's okay. That's better. Whoa, 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 whoa. Everybody get back in place. Okay, everything's good again. And contact. Okay. Boof. Boof, boof. And there we go. We now have our science return vessel. And now, just in case, I like to go around here and turn off all these possible engines that could get us screwed. Now if I accidentally hit the shift key or something dumb, I don't go blasting off the whole station somehow. Okay, there we go. Now we got all the chess pieces in place to get down and do another landing on the moon. But at this point, I'm a little tired, so I'm going to take about an hour break. And it's 9 p.m. Yeah, I'm going to take about an hour break and come back and do another moon landing. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon. I hope everybody enjoyed the stream, and I'll catch you again in the next one. Until then, stay cool.